Good morning, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Nico. If you're new here, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I live up in the mountains of Wyoming, and so it's always a challenge to get my inventory here. I do have a small haul video for you. I have, let's see, where did I even put it? One, two. I have about 5 bags from the Goodwill, just little bags. I think I got maybe 20 items yesterday in 2 different trips to the same Goodwill. I wanted to go to the consignment store where I go to. I did drop off my inventory there that they sell for me. I wish I could take more than 25 items a week because I'd really work that. But you can take 25 items a week, and then intermittently they say, no, nothing, you can't bring anything this week. So from April 29th to May 5th, for some reason, they aren't accepting consignment. I don't know if they're doing kind of a store changeover where they're trying to get all their summer stuff out and put the winter kind of in a different area. They're very good at what they do. It's like a tri-level store. So, yeah, it's quite a place. But anyway, I have $170 credit there, which will really get me some good stuff. But I need to go, it takes me hours to use up that credit because the store is just so crammed tight of clothing. But of course, as a reseller, that's what you want. I hate going to those Goodwills or those Arcs or whatever where, you know, you have plenty of room. It just means that it's already picked over. I like it to be cram full. So that's good. So yeah, last night, I got back. I could have stayed longer and shopped. I quit shopping as far as sourcing about 4. Normally I go straight to 7 o'clock when all the stores close. So I cut my shopping trip off by about 3 hours. There was snow coming down. There's still snow coming down. The roads were okay. There was a couple of, pretty bad areas, but it only lasted like 5 minutes, so it's fine. And I'm used to it. So I did get home, not quite before dark, but I left before dark. And I had to do the whole grocery store run and all of that. So then I came home and I got into this good book. Oh, this is dangerous. This is a really classic, I think it's 1800s book. And this is the Oxford University Press edition. So there's like 25 pages before you ever start reading the book itself. And I think I've had this book like 4 years. I have a minor in literature. I have a history degree, which of course I don't use, and then I have a minor in English, which I don't use. But I love books like this. I love really knowing like the history of the book and everything. So I've had this for 3 or 4 years since before COVID. I bought it at the Ark a long time ago. I don't know if it has a date on it. No, it doesn't. But anyway. So I've had this on my shelf just sitting there waiting, and then I worked a lot as a nurse during COVID, and I should have picked it up, but I didn't. So now I'm on page 29, and oh boys, it's going to be really good. This is like a definite classic. It's got a mystery. There's a shadowy woman in white who appears to people, and but anyway, it's supposed to be really good. So this is my treat for tonight if I get my work done. And then I'm also still in the middle of The Night Agent on Netflix, which if I have to do that. I haven't worked out for 3 days, so I'm going to feel it if I don't. So I pretty much have no choice but to do that. This will be extra icing on the cake if I can get that done. All right, so today is Saturday morning. If you're new to my channel, I can only ship 1 hour on Saturdays. Our post office is open from 8:30 to 9:30 on Saturday mornings. So I'm up anyway. I'm normally an early riser anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it does make me hustle to get my orders ready for Saturday. And then I pre-ship everything else for Monday. Now, tomorrow night, we're going out of town for one night to get a hotel. My husband has a conference. So it has a really nice Goodwill. They're cram-packed. They bring stuff out like crazy. I know there must be people who source there, but I do really well there in Casper. So I'm going to take like 3 hours and just try to go through that entire store. I will have my dog in the car, and thankfully it's going to be cold, so I can go out and check on him intermittently. Cold is better than hot. If it were too hot, I wouldn't be able to shop tomorrow or on Monday. So that's good news. So I will have another sourcing day on Monday. And then behind me on this, let's see, okay. Sorry. This side right here, you see on the floor there by that table, the littler table. That is, sorry guys, I am so bad at this. Over here, no, over there. Okay, over there. That is what's already photoed. My VA is right now as we speak listing that. So I hope by tonight he has them all done. I'll follow behind him as soon as I'm done with this. I'll go ahead and start launching those. My sales are way down. I am at I think I'm at 8,100 where I'm normally at 10 for the 30 scrolling days. I am 2,000 down on my 30 scrolling days just because of that hard period of 10 days where I was shopping a lot more than I was listing, and I just did not have consistent listings going up. I did not have enough of a draft bank to cover me, and it's really starting to show. So I've got 60 items there. I need to launch as many today as he gets done. If he gets 30 done, I need to launch all those. Then I'll schedule out tomorrow whatever he gets done, and I'll use all that for just today and tomorrow. And in fact, if he gets all 60 done today, I might just launch them all today. I really need to get my store bumped up again. And then behind me over here are 6 tubs, about 5.5. One is half empty of stuff, plus the tub I have below me of the new stuff. I want to get as much of that photoed today to send to him for the next group. And I know there's over 100 items. I don't know if I'll get that many photoed, but I want to get at least another 60 or 70 to him so that on Monday and Tuesday he's working while I'm gone on this conference and shopping. And then that'll help me, have a bunch, just save me a few hours. It doesn't save me like 10 hours to have a virtual assistant. I think it saves me about an hour and a half to 2 hours on every group of 30 items, because especially right now, if you've been watching, I have just internet problems. They should be fixed by Tuesday, and it should be more consistent. Normally, my internet here is actually very consistent, and they don't go down that often. But when they do, they don't admit to it. Oh, yeah, no one else is having a problem. And then, you talk to your friend, yeah, I haven't had internet, and I called. And, it's just that kind of a customer service thing where they don't quite ever admit that you're not the only one, so you feel stupid sometimes until you talk to other people. Or even on Facebook, you'll see that a bunch of people are like, yeah, my internet's down too, but when you call, they don't say that. It would make it so much easier. Then you're not troubleshooting your own stuff. Just say, no, we're down. We'll hopefully we're back up in 6 hours, and then you're not sitting there messing with your box, thinking that it's you. So anyway, what they told me today, I'm running on my Verizon box right now, by the way. I do have like scarce, very slow internet coming through my router. And I can't stream at all upstairs, so we couldn't veg and watch TV last night, which was fine. That got me into my book. It's a good thing in the end. It got me to start that book, which I needed to do. I needed to get over the hump of it. So anyway, I'm supposed to go down and pick up another box and a router, because they are saying it is mine now. And then on Tuesday, they'll come and, they'll actually hook me to fiber. So that's kind of that story. I don't really want to go down today, mess with hooking it up kind of myself, and then they're coming on Tuesday anyway. But I can't 100% trust this little Verizon box either. It works 99.9% of the time, and I'm gone tomorrow and Monday. I'm not home till late Monday night, so technically I'm gone like at noon tomorrow till Monday. So I really don't want to go hassle with equipment issues today, but I need to pre-ship and give it to a friend on Sunday to take my mail. I might have 10 or 20 more orders by Sunday before I leave, and I don't want to have trouble getting those shipped. So I probably will. I'll wait till about 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to call the tech person back and run up the street. It's like 3 blocks. So in the scheme of things, these are, first world problems. I've had brothers who've lived in other countries, Egypt and Australia, or not Australia is decent, but, Egypt and Malawi and different places overseas, Bangladesh, and, you just get used to your internet kind of not being as consistent. Now in the bigger cities, I think it's actually better than some of ours. Sometimes they have, very good internet in the real big cities. But anyway, so that's my life. Life is good. We still don't have heat either, but when I went yesterday, I grabbed another heater from my mom. She had an office heater that she used to use. So I grabbed that, and so that actually, it's a little tiny mini thing. It's only about this big, but we put that in our living room. And so when I woke up this morning, I wasn't just freezing. We had one in our bedroom just to take the edge off, and that's been working all the last week and a half or 2 weeks. But then you come out to just use the restroom or go to your living room to get some, tea in your kitchen or something. And it was so cold you had to wear a coat, because it's showing 22 degrees right now outside. So that one little heater just took the edge off, and then I moved the heater down here, a different heater. So anyway, we're good. Life is good. So today my sales are still not what I want, but they're coming back up. I have 10 orders going out for $297.40. So let's get these shipped at $7.46, and I better quit talking and get to mail. All right, this is a Sims shirt. As soon as I'm done here, by the way, I'm going to go right into filming that haul. This is good. I always pick up Sims. I try to pay under $5 or get it at the bins. I think I have one shirt I showed you on a haul, and I think I paid $6.99 for it. It will carry it, I can wait and get a lot more, but I'm happy with the $20 sale plus shipping. So $31.18. This is what the tag looks like. This is a fishing gear company. Now this is a flannel. This is kind of more of a heavier flannel. So that's why I was willing to let this go at $20. Now this is a pearl snap too. Pearl snap flannel. This is a men's large. And I was willing because it is getting a little bit heavier. I guess if you're on a fishing boat or a sailing boat, you're going to want a flannel. But anyway, I sold it for $20. No coupons or promotions used. I've never tried having my Verizon box stream upstairs. I've never hooked my, my Amazon thing, whatever my Amazon thing is called that runs my TV up there. I can't say it, but I might try that tonight. But really, my husband and I are both readers. We love to read, so we'll probably just read tonight. I made pancakes this morning. I cheated and just used the Kodiak pancake mix. I didn't make pancakes, but I quickly mixed them up, and so that was good. Protein pancakes. This is going to Castle Rock, Colorado, and I'm going to keep about $1 on the shipping. I saw my son yesterday. I saw my mom. I briefly saw my brother and his wife and kids. Well, my niece was still at school, but anyway, I bopped in, said hi to them. My mom actually went to lunch with my son and I paid my son a lot of his consignment, and we went through some things on that we need to do better because we are splitting that consignment stuff down the middle. So I had a person, a new subscriber or a subscriber, I'm not sure if she's new, but thank you anyway for your comment. And she asked me, why doesn't your son just do his own? And it makes sense because he is more than capable. But the problem is, the one problem I need to solve in my entire life, pretty much, is inventory here. I need to reach my goals, really. I need about 800 items a month coming to this little mountain town. And I'm anywhere between $300 and $350 a month is what I'm listing. And that makes my life just a little bit crazy. And I feel like I compromise sometimes on the inventory that I get, as it is, just to be able to successfully source and haul that much. And I don't know how many I'm typing yet a month. I'm selling around $300 to $350 a month. I need to document for one straight month how many I'm listing. But I only have a store of 1,041, and my sold and my listed are pretty close. So I would think that I am successfully listing at most 400 items a month. That's at most. And I need to double that, and I can do it as far as the time to list because I have the virtual assistant, and I am willing to hire someone to help me with photos. I am willing and able to do that. But I have to have the inventory first. I can't, hire someone and offer them work and then say, oh, well, there was a blizzard and I couldn't get you any stuff to work on. I'm not willing to do that. So I need to fix that piece of it first. So that's why it actually is more, honestly, it doesn't seem like it, but it's really more my son helping me rather than me helping him. He feels bad for me because he has a decent-sized Amazon business. You know, but it's no different trying to get Amazon inventory here. Unless you do online arbitrage, which I might switch back to at some point in my life. I've done it before. It's very tedious and stuff, and Amazon is picky, but I might go back to doing that. It is more convenient from here. You know, you just have shipments showing up and then you ship stuff back out. So I might do a little more of that in my future. But anyway, it's really him more feeling bad for me that I can't get enough inventory. So, but the split is nice. Like, we have a couple things today. I don't know how high end they are. I think one is a clearance item, but you know, definitely I'm getting $40 on a lot of his stuff that he has sourced, so that's not bad. This is a Cavello jacket. Now, normally this is a bolo. This, it's hard to get used to looking for it, but you can train yourself to notice what boiled wool looks like. A lot of you are resellers and you're probably very good at it, but boiled wool just has a certain look to it. It's like matted. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it to you, but you know, boiled wool, it just has a certain look to the texture, and I can pick it up now after doing it. And so this brand is called Cavello, and I pick it up every time I see it. But this one had some damage. This one did have some moth holes. That's the downside of doing wool. And you know, that's the only problem. Like, see here, it's really subtle, and that's why some people don't mind wearing it. But once you do get some moth holes, it is true that the larvae can still be in there, and you know, you have to treat it a certain way. So some people know that and they're fine with it. Other people, if there's even one hole, they won't buy it. So it really does make the price go down. And I think the holes on this were very subtle. Either that, or I went ahead and picked it up knowing it. But when I got it home under my lights, I did disclose the holes. So I've had this about 2 months, and because of the damage, come back here, it just hasn't sold. So I took $10 plus shipping, so $19.75, which is fine. I know I paid less than $4, so I'm still making $2 or $3 on it at the most, but that's okay. I love this brand. I had another piece that I sold before this one about a month ago. It was a really nice black jacket with the art to wear detail, and I sold it for around $35 to $40. So keep an eye out for that brand, Cavello. All right, come back here. This is going to Belafonte, Pennsylvania. It's going padded flat rate, so I'm going to keep a buck for, let's see, a buck 35, a buck 40 on the shipping. I don't want to do math this morning. Yeah, in a perfect world, that's the only downside, is I like to get my workout in, then start my day, but I don't have time. I didn't have time today because I did need some rest too. So I'm big on sleep and rest and working out and all of that. That can hurt my business. I don't pull all-nighters all the time like some people, and sometimes I do have to. That is what it takes, and I did that as a nurse, so I do it when I have to. And you know, I did it that 1 week so I could go to California, you know, and I'll do it again if I have to. But I do feel like just over time, that's not the best habit to get into. I feel like I'm trying to build some systems in place and figure out what the problems are in the business rather than just throwing my time at it all the time. You know, it's hard to know what to do sometimes on that, because I am basically trying to get 800 items versus 400. That's almost doubling my business, and that's not going to come without some kind of stress, right? All right, Denim in Supply. This is a pair of pants. Denim in Supply is one of the higher end Ralph Lauren brands. If it's something distinctive, definitely you want to pick it up and try to Google Lens it. These are just a pair of pants, just Denim and Supply pants. They're cute. They're green, but they also say Reed on them, so they have some kind of a flaw. I don't know if they're missing a button. I don't know. But I pick up Denim and Supply no matter what, even if it has a flaw, unless it's something really, you know, horrible. But here's the tag. But yeah, I pick up Ralph Lauren. It can be like $100 bolo on certain sweaters, on certain things. I guess, I don't think they make this line anymore. Don't quote me, but, okay, now I put, oh, that is going to be a problem. I put, or in the title, this says black, and these are not black. These are definitely more of a green. Okay, so I must have been listing from my phone or something. So I'm going to go ahead and send these, and I'm going to message the buyer and just tell them that if they don't want them, feel free to return them, that it was my mistake when I went to ship them. I realized that these were more green. Yeah, I don't know what I did on that. Let me look into the listing. Yeah, I mean, in the photos, you know, you can kind of tell, but I guess a buyer wouldn't know. So anyway, let me see what I put. I'm just going to ship them, and then I will message them right now and let them know. Some people don't care. They just want pants, and, you know, unless it was bright orange, I wouldn't care if I got a black versus a green. But if you're wanting them for work, or you're wanting them for something, then it does matter. So let me message them really quick. I'm going to go ahead and ship it so I don't have to cancel the item. Then if they say they're unhappy, I might just comp them and let them have it. Hey there, I am so sorry, but when I went to ship these, I realized we had black in the title, and these are more of a darker green. I went ahead and shipped them out, but if you aren't happy with the color, please feel free to return them. My apologies, Nico from Outstanding Books. So that's what I would do. It saves me canceling an order just outright. Plus, the customer may message back in 2 days and say, no, that's fine. And then you've delayed their order for 2 days. And plus, when you message really nicely, most people don't get mad. So do not hide, you know, admit to your mistakes, do all that. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out. And if they ask, well, why did you ship them before you asked me? I will say, which I don't think I've ever had anybody do that. But if I did, I would say, you know, listen, most people don't check their messages on an early Saturday morning. And I was required to, you know, ship this out. So that's what I would say if they ask. Just be nice to people. But yeah, that is a major mistake. That's why I don't like to list from my phone or list when my VA's done. Like if I were on the road right now, I could go through and just pretty much list all the drafts because I know what they are. I've taken photos of them. Sometimes I take the pieces of paper with me. But that is the kind of mistake that the VA has looking at photos. You know, all he has is photos. And I did not catch that. So it's on me, it's not on him. He may initially think it's black, and if I don't specify the color, how is he supposed to know? But that's on me because I finished the item, I packed the item away in here, and I did not catch that. And I'm not even saying that he did that. It might be a listing I did, I don't know, but either way, not good. And it's, you know, my office can get a little dark sometimes, I guess, but I always have enough light. Like right now, I mean, there is a little bit of light coming through this main window. Maybe over there, even under the lights, it just looked black, and maybe that's what I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe I need to check my eyesight. I do not know what is going on. And then I need a little piece of tape here on this. All right, so hopefully they're happy with my proactive thing and they just keep them. We'll see. This is Elsa Monda. This is an Elsa Monda sweater. Now this is a women's. It's an Anthropology brand, and it is alpaca. So it's a really nice chunky sweater. I started this much higher. I started this at like $35, and they can hold their own at that. This is a women's large, so it's not a horrible size. But, you know, it's April now. I've only had this listed like maybe a month, so I listed it mid-March, I think, you know, probably. And so, you know, I think it was just a little bit late. I could hold this till winter and hold my price, and it probably would sell in the middle of May for $40. But this is also a bins pickup, and I probably could have gotten this in almost to first class. It's just over a pound. So anyway, I took $14 plus shipping, $26.24. I'm still making almost a free and clear, like $9 on it. You know, just get it out of here. Because I don't know if it's going to sell till next winter. I don't know, you know, if it'll ever sell, honestly. So, so this is the kind of thing that I choose to do. I'd rather get my $9 and go buy 9 more items at the bin. That's just me. That's my choice. Yes, I did put some listing time and some effort into it, and now I'm letting it go cheaper, but I'm honestly fine with that. This is going to Bothell, Washington, and I'm going to make about $1.40 on the shipping, or keep about $1.40. So yeah, if I do finish the 60, which I should before I leave tomorrow at noon, unless he's just not done with them, then it'll be Tuesday before I finish them. But I'm gonna try if he can get his work done, and that's fine. If he can't, I'm gonna be really busy photoing those. So I should reach my goal of about 200 listings this week, if, you know, unless something really happens. And that's really where I need to be every week. And yesterday, I'm really happy. I'll talk about it more in my sourcing video. I've got to count how many items I actually have below me. But I only sourced for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours at the most. I spent most of my time going to lunch, dropping things off to different people, picking up the heater, going to get groceries, all of that. So I might have sourced 2.5 hours. So I'm trying to get to where I can source 10 items an hour. That would make it doable, you know, 20, 25 hours of sourcing, maybe 30 with my drive time. That would be 200 items for the week. That's my goal. And then, you know, come home and have the rest of the time to list the 200 items for the week. Or stay 4 days, get 400 items, come home, stay a week and a half, and then get 2 weeks worth of stuff. So that's kind of my goal. So I'm going to see how close I got. I did not get 10 items an hour. I don't think I have 30 items below me. And I spent 2.5 hours. So we'll see. We'll see how close I got. But that is definitely the goal. These are a bins pickup. This is a lot of 3 different items. They're the Michigan Rag Company. Let me pull one item out. You always want to look for this tag. Now, these did not do as well because, oh, well, this one didn't have the tag. That's part of it. But anyway, they're very distinctive. And if I have a single item, I can always get like 20, 25, something like that. These are shorts, and the problem when I got them home from the bins, I realized that one pair of shorts was a medium and one was a large. And I could have tried to do one single pair of the shorts by themselves. The other pair of shorts match this nightgown top. But I just went ahead and put them all together. You know, I paid in weight about $1.89 for all 3 of these. I just went ahead and took the offer. I got $12.36 plus shipping, so $22.11. And these sold via promoted. They did not use a coupon on them. So that's still, you know, $7 profit, something like that on the transaction. I would like to have gotten more. And I've had these a while too. And it is coming on summer. Again, you know, in the summer it can get chilly at night and people wear flannel. But if I have a winter item, I'm willing to bargain on some of that because I want it out of here. This is going overseas, which is great, so help somebody out over there. So this will only ship for me to Glendale Heights, Illinois, but it's going to that International Boulevard address. So that's nice. I get very few returns or return requests from overseas, needless to say, because of the shipping. And plus eBay is supposed to be taking care of it now. I don't know how that works, but I know they want people to ship overseas, so I think that's a plus to ship to to shipping out of the country. Plus, I just know what a hassle my brothers go through and what hassle I go through trying to get them stuff. And, you know, it would be so much nicer if it were just easier to get them the things they need. It really would. All right, this is Simply. I've talked about this brand before. I want to keep it away from me because I've got it all rollered off, and this kind of a sweater. That's why I don't wear sweaters like this down in my office very often. If we didn't have a heater problem, I wear short sleeves. I just don't like hair or anything to get on my clothing down here. But this is the tag. This is Simply. Let me make sure that you are seeing what I'm doing. All right, Simply. That is, I think it's a bolo. It sells very fast. This one I took $22.55 on it, and plus shipping, so $30.02. This is a size 12. It is a black long tunic top. It isn't quite the Chico's Travelers fabric, but it's similar. It has a very heavy weight for the feel of the fabric, and it feels kind of slinky, I guess. Slinky is the word that I would use. And so if you're thinking, well, is that Chico's Travelers? You know, anything in that fabric I'm doing really well with right now. But this is a pretty heavy shirt, and it's long sleeve, so I'm really happy with $22.55. They did use a 16% off coupon, and it sold via promoted, which I probably did not need to promote this brand. I'm trying to go through, and I won't pull promoted off of a listing because I think eBay can not like that. But as I list new items, I'm trying to think, you know, this is still going to sell within 90 days. I'm not going to pay 10%. I don't mind paying eBay to get some of my lower end stuff like flipping really fast because that adds up too. But I don't want to do it on stuff that already is just going to go. So I'm going to keep $1.40 on the shipping also. This is going to Carmel, Indiana. Carmel. So yeah, I'm going to go on Sunday night and Monday. I'll shop a decent part of the day Monday, but I do want to get home because I don't really need inventory right now. I don't have an inventory problem. Then Tuesday, I'll fix my internet with the person. I have to be here for them to come do all that. And I will ship orders, and so I need to be here anyway. I want to get my orders shipped out. And then I will go again. Then it should be time, you know, unless the weather is just horrible or something. I think we are going to get some weather next week, so I'm going to go hunker down in Denver. I'm going to go, I think, I'm going to look at everything and see where I'm at. I may have to delay a day or two and do some more work, but as soon as I can, I'm going to go do another 3-day sourcing trip and just try to get the inventory I need here. The problem is garage sales are going to start. It's still too snowy like today. It's possible some people are having some indoor garage sales, but it's literally snowing all over anywhere that I would go to garage sales. So, but next week it might be nice enough that they just all of a sudden start. This is a pair of Koi pants. These are scrubs. These are the Lindsay 701 EMT. These are 4Xs. So I picked these up. I think I got these at the bins. I cannot remember. I might have paid $3.75. I was buying a bunch of figs and this in the same week, and now I honestly can't remember. But I know that I got 5 pair. I got 5 different pairs. Some of them have sold already in the $10 to $15 range. I took 10 on these. They sold for $17.63 all in, and no promotions of any kind. Okay, these are going to have to go for 15 ounces. So yeah, Koi scrubs, especially in bigger sizes. Koi is one of the most expensive scrub brands besides Figs. And then I am going to do a deep dive on some of my scrubs, because that is one thing I think that very few people in the bins even glance at. I think they just leave them. There might be some people who actually focus on scrubs. Most scrub bottoms I think you're going to be doing good to get $8 for, so I don't focus on them. But I think that if you do a couple of brands, even Grey's Anatomy might get you 10 consistently. I don't know. I need to do the deep dive on that. I'm going to keep about 40 cents, and these are going to California. There's so much I want to do as far as research, because I think there's just millions of dollars left in those bins at all times. You know, it's just you've got to be willing to do some stuff in volume. And, you know, if figs just came out all the time, I could make my whole living on figs. So I watched a video on how the conveyor belt bins do. Have you ever been to one or seen one? A lot of places are converting over to these conveyor belt bin stores, like Goodwill bins, only they have a conveyor belt system, and they have this contraption, and it like dumps it down, and then, you know, just like a conveyor belt would be. So I watched a YouTube video on it, and I don't know, this one was maybe a smaller bins. There weren't like 60 people trying to get clothing like in Denver. Like in Denver, during the middle of the day, there's 60 people in there, if not 100, and they're all wanting clothing. So there were like 10 people kind of picking as the stuff came out, and I'm like, how is this going to work, you know? One of the stores in Denver, my understanding, I haven't been told by management, I've just been told by someone who shops there, but they are someone who is there every day and they kind of know. They're saying that the one that I like the most is going to convert to a bin conveyor belt type thing, and I'm just thinking, how on earth is that going to work? So all right, let me see here. Oh yeah, I was going to say, where'd my third one go, but it fell. All right, so I have this item here, and I did wrap him. This is what I do with my son's action figures that sell. I don't always put them in a box. If they're really small, I mean, this thing is like this big, I just bubble wrap them really good. There's no way that's going to break. So this is why I help him sell, because I would never have the patience for some little guy this big. But anyway, this little tiny guy sold for $27.67 and $35.94 shipped. He is a Hasbro Star Wars Legacy Collection Herchek, that's Hrchek, you know, some Star Wars name. Herchek Kalfas 2009 Cantina and Loose. So, and my son comes up with all those titles. I don't research any of this. So I'll probably, since the shipping's low, my share of doing the work on this is probably going to be, I would say, almost $8, $10 after everything. It only weighs 2 ounces, so I'm going to put 3. Just, I don't know what the thing is on first class, but so it's going to cost us $3.97. I charged $6, which is expensive, and this is going to North Carolina. So, yep. So yeah, so we take, I pay the eBay fees since he pays for the items up front. So that's only fair, you know. So that's my financial input, is that I pay the eBay fees. I also pay the $1 for my virtual assistant to do these. Plus I do the photography. He makes out the spreadsheet. He does the sourcing. It works, but we definitely, you know, keep trying to get closer to the $30 range on everything. When we end up clearancing something out at $20, which we do, you know, you always have to at some point. You think you're going to get more, and once in a while you have to clearance something. Then it's barely worth it. Then we still make like $5 a piece, but that isn't worth our time, because there's paperwork involved with me paying him too. So, you know, we each got to look at the paperwork, and so you know, we looked at that yesterday, that we got to be real careful on dropping below like $25. Now, this is a set of beans. These are packages of beans. You can buy them at Walmart. My dad used to sell on Amazon. He just retired this year, and he had a bunch of this inventory in stock. And Amazon does let you sell it, but my dad, this was a retirement account for him, his Amazon account. So the case pack has the date, the expiration date, and so it clearly says August of 2023. And so Amazon would accept these. You have to have, like, I send in things that are 105 days, I think, to expiration. So I could still be sending these in, barely, but I could, to Amazon. The problem is that it's on the case pack. Each individual variety pack or each individual little package of this food item are not marked with the date, and Amazon will kick you off for doing nothing, let alone doing something like that. So even though I know in my heart I'm not sending in expired stuff, I didn't feel comfortable with it. You know, my dad, it was not his source of income. It was like a side gig. And so if he got kicked off Amazon, it was no big deal for me. My Amazon account, even though I'm not using it successfully right now, it is worth millions of dollars over my lifetime, you know, if I get back into doing books and all of that. So, my son and I were not willing to send these into Amazon, so we're just selling them on eBay, and or we're going to sell them by the case pack on there. And my dad, he just gave us all of his poly bags, all of his tape, everything. He just got back from the Grand Canyon, you know, he's just done. He's 75 years old. He's like, you know, just done. And his wife didn't want to do the paperwork anymore. So I get that. So we were blessed with I have a year's supply of poly bags now. But anyway, these are going to Kirkland, Washington, and I'm going to keep about $1.25 on the shipping. So yeah, that's the story behind this. You know, on eBay, you can take a picture of the case pack, and I could do that on Amazon too, but I still just don't, you know, I don't want to get in trouble when a customer gets their package on Amazon and the date is not clearly marked on each item. So, but on eBay, you can kind of do that, and I told the thing, I showed the picture, so, it is a different situation on eBay. So I have a ton more of those beans. He had just done a wholesale order before he decided to retire. And and they're really good. So we're going to use some of them too. Whatever we just can't get moved, we will just donate to the food bank before they expire also. All right, so that I need to go print off for my son. My son got that variety pack together, so I'm going to give him some. Let's see, this one is mine. I thought this was his, but I asked him yesterday and he said no, that is only mine. I found this Harry Potter Snape action figure. I paid $3 for this at the Goodwill in one of their carts. I think I've got him wrapped in there already, but it's just everybody, well, not everybody, but you know who Professor Snape is. It's just an action figure. So I made what, $8 in the end on him. So shipping and everything is $30.09. For whatever reason, he either wouldn't come up on Amazon, or he just, usually I send action figures like this into Amazon. So I don't know why I didn't on this. Maybe he was more common on Amazon. That's rare, but I don't know what happened with that. Or he might have had one little kink in the package that I won't do that on Amazon. I won't do it as new. I'll do it as a used item. I'll send in some used items to Amazon, but all right, let's get this going. So good. It's only $8.19 and I made my time here. So that is good. Actually, I know this was more than a pound, right? Maybe not. Nope, it actually is just right at a pound. So this is going to Gardner, Kansas. So I charged $10.50 parcel post. This is going to charge $7.87 parcel post, and I am going to do priority because it's only $7.96. So I'll still keep a couple bucks on the shipping. All right, guys, well, that is all I have on this video. Thanks for hanging in there with my shipping. I'm going to see if this can even upload. It may be Wednesday before you get an upload. I'm going to see what happens. I don't think I've ever uploaded anything using my little Verizon box. So we're going to see if this video will upload. I'm going to go ahead and make the haul video today. I mean, if you don't get it, you're not going to know, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. I guess I could have gone live, right? I guess I could have done that. Maybe that's what I should have done, even if no one's watching. I guess I could have done a live, and that would have just kind of uploaded it as I go. I guess that would have been the better thing. But anyway, hopefully you get this on Saturday. This is on Saturday the 22nd. If it doesn't pop up till Tuesday, that's why. have a good day, guys. Thank you for joining in, and thank you to my new subscribers. I had quite a few over the weekend or over, Friday, and I really appreciate you joining. Thanks. Bye-bye.